Hello everybody, I'm in my car in this heaty, warm weather. Did I just say heaty? Yes, I did. It's a new coin term, you should use it sometime. And so I'm in, way in the back of the parking lot from my school. Way over there. I'm during like this open break, and I'm really tired. Really tired. But my previous class was called Interpersonal Relationships. So relational. And we were talking about, someone's looking at me. Someone is totally looking at me. Now they're looking away. I went in the back of the parking lot, so I thought they would, whatever. You know what? Doesn't matter. They'll look at me and be like, well, crazy guy. Anyway, we were interpersonal relationships, and we were talking about cheating and all that wonderful stuff, and what is considered cheating, and what's not considered cheating, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. I'm like, wow, you guys are really odd trying to find what's the fine line of infidelity. All right. But I was thinking to myself, I didn't bring this up, but I was wondering, is it considered cheating if you do or act in a certain way, though you're not actually in a relationship at the present time, but you may be in a relationship with, say, a month later or a year later? Would that be still considered cheating if they were not on the same moment of time, if they don't overlap? I was thinking about this. Well, it might be easy to say, well, of course it isn't, because it's two different timelines, or two different moments in time and stuff. But I'm like, yes, in a linear way. But what if we think it a little bit more abstract and a little bit more, another word, maybe just abstract. But I like to think, instead of time being a singular line, which is kind of like how we like to articulate time, there was a point that happened here, and there was a point that happened here. And let's say you done a fling with somebody when you weren't in a relationship over here. Well, I guess to you guys over here. And then you're in a relationship about, I don't know, whatever, 6 months later. Would you consider that those two events could be we'll just go to the topic, just cheating. Would you be cheating on that person that you're in a relationship 6 months later if you end up having like a sexual relation with somebody 6 months prior to that? And in a linear sense, I would say probably not, because we would see it as two different events at two different times. But what if time was more of like a bubble? And instead of like having time start with a single line and it just keeps going, it might start as a single bead or whatever, and as time progresses, it grows. But then what happens here is that whatever happens inside this bubble, everything's connected. And so during this time of your life, you might have done something really stupid, and as time grows, you might be in a relationship. But the thing is, those two things are in the same bubble, and they are going to affect each other. If you decide to do a fling at 16 and then try to get in a relationship later on, whatever, and then think there is no connection between something you did in your past versus what is happening in the present, it may be good to think maybe that's not true. I mean, this is my personal thing, is that everything that I do now will affect things in the future, because they're all in this expanse. And so if I were to give my heart out of or just in any way, it's going to affect, and I will be in a way cheating on my future spouse or girlfriend or whatever. I'll be actually, if I do something now, I would consider cheating, actually. And so, but it's because it's a different way of thinking of time, and but also knowing how responsibility, and if you train yourself up now to prepare yourself for something like that in the future. I'm getting all sweaty. Sorry, I just totally derailed myself. If you prepare yourself for something, or prepare yourself now for a relationship in the future, you'll have far more to give and far less events in the bubble that may affect your relationship in the future. And so that's just kind of my thought on it. What do you guys think? What do you think is cheating? Do you agree with, I know it's a little odd. It's because they are different. Because I would say there can be, even though they may all be in the same bubble, there can be rings that wrap around certain times in your life when you were I don't know, just stupid. Those were my stupid years, and now I've matured. I would say that those can be wrapped up and kind of put in a separate bubble within the bubble, but the problem is they're still all connected, and those are calluses, or those are issues that you've still brought into your life, and you're going to have to face the consequences with them, the emotional, physical consequences, whatever it may be. But I do believe that there can be rings that wrap around that say this is a season in someone's life that just says that they were before a time when they made either a decision or some kind of life-changing event that made them mature to a certain level or whatnot. So let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in another video or another life. You never know. Peace.